Hello and welcome back to episode 4 of A Democratic Italy in Hearts of Iron 4, and we are actually a democratic Italy now. In the last episode we've managed to flip over to democratic. Mussolini tries to cement his position by carrying out a referendum, confident that he had the support of the people, but he didn't, and he's been forced to leave office and he's been replaced by Ferruccio Parri. Here he is. So we are now officially democratic. So Germany's a little bit annoyed with this. We should make probably some efforts to improve relations with the United Kingdom. It's currently at +10. Don't have enough political power just yet. We'll need to wait for that. We do have some volunteers, however, that Mussolini sent to nationalist Spain, and thankfully they've just been sat here doing nothing, not contributing to the spread of fascism in Europe, which is good for us, because we want to see a democratic Europe from now on. To that end, I mean, it was our wars of aggression, like Ethiopia, which prompted people to get a more democratic Italy on the go. These wars were annoying the general public. Thousands of Italian soldiers were dying for probably 2 units of rubber or something, just for Mussolini's little vain project. So what we're going to do is, and this is unprecedented for Hearts of Iron playthroughs, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to release Ethiopia as a puppet and give them back their country. There you go. Democracy. New leadership. New start in Europe. There we go. We have a research slot available. It is late 1937. Let's go for improved machine tools for now. What else shall we do? Withdraw our volunteers from nationalist Spain. I've got a list here of things I was considering doing. We can't actually withdraw them until the war is over. Something else I wanted to look at was, during our research here, we have researched this new form of heavy tank which is in production, the P75. I want to try and research a tank destroyer variant of this, and as soon as we get a free research slot. And we do need better artillery. There were some Alpine troops, in fact, which were dropped off here as they came around to secure the southern front, but they weren't needed in the end. So I'm going to send them back. Send them back to Anzio here. Let's couple this infantry division there. And we also produced 3 colonial divisions here, which were destined to sort of kind of garrison Ethiopia, but in the end, Ethiopia's been handed back now, so I'm just going to send them to Eritrea and they can garrison there. We'll bring most of our regular troops home from this area. I don't think there's going to be a lot of resistance. The United Kingdom dominate this area, and they're hopefully going to be our friends now, so we don't really need to worry about security in that area there. What else do we need to do then? I think that's pretty much it. Let's unpause the game. Let things tick over. How are the nationalists doing? They're doing pretty well. It won't be long. Support weapons 2 is done. Infantry equipment 1 is done. Whoa. Let's pause the game. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're pretty much up to scratch with our infantry and support equipment for the time. We've got 1938 equipment. It's not even 1938 yet. So our support equipment is good. Our infantry equipment is good. Let's research those tank destroyers that I spoke about. I want something which is capable of knocking out German tanks if we need to. These P75 tank destroyer variants probably won't be great, but they're better than nothing. If we do go to war with Germany, they're going to be using their Panzers, aren't they? So we need to get a decent tank destroyer. We're going to improve our artillery. We have a discount on this. So improved artillery, that's something we should do. At the minute, it's only our Alpine troops that are using support artillery. We should probably address that. Go to our templates here. Infantry divisions. Let's not train any at the minute. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, we do have 6 in training at the minute. Oh, we did until I cancelled it. Let's have 6. And they can appear here. I don't know, in Rome. Why not? But let's edit their we give them support artillery? We can, there we go. So there's going to be a massive deficit of artillery now. I didn't save that, did I? What are you doing? Edit. Support artillery, save. Done. Cool. Right. So do we have artillery in production? We do. We don't have many factories though. We're producing about 6 pieces of artillery a week, and each infantry division, for example, is going to require. Let's have a look down here. Probably the best way to do it. 24 pieces of artillery, so it's going to take a while, but production efficiency on artillery is pretty much maxed out at the minute. We are researching improved machine tools which will increase their production efficiency. What are we actually constructing though? Only 2 factories in production. Let's produce. I want to produce more civilian factories. More civilian factories. We can always convert them later. Oh, there's a few more. Good. Let's forge ahead as democratic Italy. We've almost got enough diplomatic power. There we go. To improve relations with Great Britain. Let's do that. Improve relations. Send. Britain are the big boys in the world at the minute, aren't they? They're the most powerful nation on earth at the minute. Of course, the United States are getting there, and the Soviet Union will be the 2 dominant powers which emerged from the Second World War. The British Empire is kind of in decline, but at this given moment, 1937, they're the most powerful. And of course, it's Germany, the German Reich. But we should definitely try and improve relations with Britain. If we're democratic, that's it. We've got to look to joining the Allies if World War II kicks off. World tension is currently at 5%. Last increased by the Soviet Union, who sent divisions to Spain. Got these Alpine divisions are now home. Let's attach them to the home army, as well as these armoured divisions. Now these armoured divisions, let's have a look at these. Where are they? Again, most of my armoured divisions don't actually have any tanks. This one has 8 tanks. It should have 40. Let's look at logistics and see if we can draw some production away from something else. Maybe infantry equipment. We have a massive stockpile of infantry equipment. Let's go to production. Let's take... This is risky, but... Let's take 2 factories out of infantry equipment and put them into tank production. There we go. Good, tank destroyers. Let's switch production from this to the tank destroyers. Production efficiency was already low because I added these extra factories, so we now need to adjust our armoured division templates. What was that? What? Okay, right. Chinese, we'll deal with you in a second. Right, division templates. Armoured divisions. Edit. We want to change this armoured battalion to heavy tank destroyers. Let's save that. There we go. Good. Good. Okay. Japanese build up on the Chinese border. Okay, so Japan is starting to build up its troops here, I guess, on the border with China. Don't know much about the history of Japan and China in World War II. That's probably something I should look at. Right, we have a free research slot. Could get reconnaissance companies at a discount. What else have we got? Anti-aircraft guns, anti-tank guns. No, not yet. Naval doctrine. Here we go. If we can dominate the Med, which I'm sure we will, I don't think the Germans are going to have much luck in the Med. With the Italians now switched sides. Let's get some naval doctrine. So we've gone for battle fleet concentration, which just improves everything about battle fleets, how they operate basically. But yeah, unless Germany plans on sneaking submarines through the Suez Canal or through Gibraltar here, the Med should be pretty secure. Now it's going to be pretty important for defending North Africa and the Middle East. So hopefully that should ruin Germany's designs. Japan has declared war on Shaanxi. And undoubtedly about to declare war on China too. Oh, we have no national focus. Right, what did we just complete? Modernise army. Special forces. I'm not really interested in special forces like paratroopers and stuff like that. However, what I am interested in is armoured effort, which gives me research bonuses to better tanks. I want to create a mobile force, so with tanks, tank destroyers, mechanised infantry, and the air force. I'm probably going to concentrate on close air support aircraft. So we're going to go through the special forces route just to get to that. Any strategic bombing which needs to be done, I'm anticipating being carried out by the United Kingdom or the United States. That's my take on it anyway. That's what we're gunning for. There we go. Japan has declared war on China. World tension is 12%. Delay tactics is complete. We get a discount on elastic defences, which increases speed, organisation and reinforcement rate for our infantry. So let's do that. Relations with the United Kingdom have increased. British opinion of Italy is 100% due to improved relations and shared ideology. Interwar artillery is complete. Oh, we get a big discount on this artillery as well now. This is 1939 Italy, Italian artillery. With this discount, it's only going to take me 117 days, which I think is good. It's going to be at least a year ahead of... yeah, it's a year ahead of time, but decent artillery, crucial. Another research slot. Stop. We're wasting research days here. Okay, I don't really want to progress any further on concentrated industry. Let's get synthetic oil plants. Tanks will require a certain amount of oil to produce, and if I'm producing lots of tanks, which is my plan in the future, I need lots of oil, so synthetic oil will have to do. Okay, the Chinese United Front forms. So basically, a lot of countries over here near China have kind of put aside their differences in order to face the bigger threat, which is Japan. That's what's happened there in a nutshell. The nationalists have reached the coast. Surely Barcelona can't hold out much longer. Right, Yugoslavia requests that we switch fighter production to cover their orders because they want modern fighters. Well, funnily enough, Yugoslavia, we're not actually producing fighters, so we can't spare anything. We're producing a limited amount of close air support aircraft. A really limited amount. I think we're producing just over 1 aircraft per week. Our military production is still on kind of the back burner at the minute. We're concentrating everything on civilian production. And as World War II kicks off, we'll switch all our industry into military. Or just before we anticipate things kicking off. It's probably a better idea. Okay, 97 political power. Special forces is done. Let's switch that over to armoured efforts. And what is this? The Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, the German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers are greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heidelplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. Oh no, we share a border with Nazi Germany now. Let's show Hitler that we mean business and create, like these 14 divisions here in Rome. I'm going to put these, create a new army out of these, because let's face it, De Bono, you've got them just sat just outside Rome here. I appreciate that Rome has to be protected, but we now share a border with Nazi Germany, so let's concentrate on protecting that. Who should we put in charge of this? No, you will be in charge of an offensive force, armour speed. We're producing. The plan is to produce armoured units, and the border where I'm bordering Nazi Germany is mountainous, which isn't great for armoured units, is it? Armoured divisions. These are all infantry, Alpine infantry or cavalry. again. Cavalry are pretty much obsolete by this point. Who have we accidentally put in charge here? Max in charge. Yeah, he sounds good. Let's give him a front line. With Germany, assign your troops there. I'm not going to give you any defensive plans, but just move your army up there. 14 divisions, just to cover this border now with Germany. And we should probably move some aircraft over there too. We've got loads of aircraft down here near Rome. What should we take over there? What's the capacity of this airfield, the nearest airfield? Do we need to build another airfield? We have an airfield here in Veneto. 600 aircraft it can accommodate. We only have 232 aircraft. Let's send all these aircraft. Send them all to Veneto, however you pronounce it. Right, these troops in Ethiopia. These colonial troops, you are going to join this army. Let's not garrison. Right, let's sort this army out here, because you were originally the occupying force for Ethiopia. Let's cancel all your orders. Delete all this. Let's give you new orders. Right, these colonial divisions are going to stay here, obviously, so let's make a new unit. Colonial. Colonial. I think that's it. We'll unassign these 5 units. The rest of this army are going to go home. And these colonial troops are going to garrison. You're going to stay there. And you're just going to stay here in Asmara. There's, as I said, there's no threat really from the British down here. Obviously, we're going to be making friends with them soon anyway. And we're going to bring this army home. Liberty for the Ethiopians. There you go. I'm surprised handing back Ethiopia didn't reduce world tension. It didn't, did it? Can we have any further interaction with them? Manage subjects. The Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Now I can change their autonomy level to colony integrated puppet. Need 500 power. Right, so there has to be a kind of an appetite for that. Civil war in Spain. Come on, finish. Okay, so these have moved up to the border. Look, German troops have moved up too. We have two Panzer divisions here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry divisions. 3 Panzer divisions. I bet their Panzer divisions are better than ours. I bet their Panzer divisions actually have Panzers in. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. You can join this army group here. Done. We still have in recruitment 6 infantry divisions. Until tank production is increased, there's no point in ordering any more armoured divisions. We're producing about 2 tanks a week. Pretty poor. Okay, improved machine tools has finished. That will help. Air doctrine. That's again something we should. Battlefield support, operational integrity. Yeah, we'll go for this. I'm not having that we're going to have enough production to produce reams and reams, thousands of strategic bombers. We'll leave that to other allies. If indeed World War II does kick off, it probably will. Hitler's been quite aggressive in that he's remilitarised the Rhineland, as you'd expect. Conducted the Anschluss. And there we have it. So I think I'll probably call the episode there. A lot has happened, really. I mean, in the last episode we became democratic. A big change. In this episode we've handed back, or at least given Ethiopia back their kind of independence. They're still kind of a puppet, but we're working towards giving them back their freedom completely. We're bringing some troops who were garrisoning Ethiopia home. We're continuing to modernise the army by giving them improved support weapons, infantry weapons, artillery. We're making a new variant of our new P-75 tank, a tank destroyer variant, which has a lot more armour-piercing capability, in anticipation for fighting these German panzer divisions, which we now share a border with, thanks to the Anschluss. And we continue to recruit Italians into the army, because world tension has increased to a whopping 25% now, thanks mainly to things going on in China and Austria, of course. So if you did enjoy the episode, then click on like. And if you haven't done so already and want to see more, then click on subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.